Hey everybody, Tanya from Shooting Star SVG back, and today I want to talk to y'all about effective time management with your Etsy business. So if this is your first time here, go ahead and click on like and subscribe below, as that does keep me motivated to continue making these videos so that way you can grow your business and change your life. Time management. It is a hurdle for a lot of people when starting this digital download business. We all have a very set schedules and hopefully routines that we're in, and a certain amount of time that we can really focus on our businesses. And so I wanted to talk about time management because I hear a lot about this in the Facebook group of how do you find the time in your day. Just to put it into a little bit of perspective for you guys, if this is the first time that you've watched one of my videos or heard my story, I'm a single mother of 3 small children. Right now at the time of this video, on the 22nd of February, 2021, I have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2.5-year-old. So, as you can imagine, I am pretty flippin' busy. I work full-time as an engineer at a nuclear power plant, fire protection specifically, so I basically make sure that the plant doesn't burn down. And I run this business. I run the YouTube channel. I keep an eye on the Facebook group. I run 2 SVG shops, which I sell on multiple platforms, including a website, Sofancy, design bundles, and Etsy. And I'm pretty freaking busy. Occasionally I'll throw a few blog posts out there every now and again as well. And I have some affiliate marketing that I take care of. So you're probably thinking, when does Tanya ever sleep? And the answer is never. I'm just kidding. I do sleep not very much, probably 5 hours or so every night, but my body's used to that, so I'm accustomed to only getting a handful of hours. As far as the business side of things, maybe 10 hours a week. I will tell you, the past month since I've been moving, I've put 0 hours in. Okay, maybe like 1 or 2 a week here and there, because the shops are full and cruising along. And if I put more effort in, I see more revenue. Right now, I'm comfortable with my revenue that I'm making, and knowing that I can make more is nice. But yeah, so it's super important to understand time management, okay? And I have a few blog posts on this. I'll show you what those look like. This was the first one that I wrote in August of 2019 when my kids were, much younger, 3.5, 2.5, and almost 1. And, I talk about how I've outsourced some of the things. So, I don't clean my house. I have somebody come in and clean my house every 2 weeks because, to me, that's worth my time. I'm investing in the house cleaning so I don't have to spend an entire day cleaning my house. Before, I had a much smaller house. Now I have this humongous warehouse, and there's no way in heckle I can do that. So I pay somebody $250 every 2 weeks to come in, clean my house, change the bedding, take care of all that, and I come home to a clean house, and it's amazing. I don't have to scrub toilets. I don't have to do any of that jack. They take care of that for me, and that way I can focus on spending time with my kids, and I can focus on the business, okay? So outsourcing is super important, right? But the biggest thing I need you guys to understand, okay, and this is going to be a lot of me talking today, so I apologize. I know a lot of the times these are interactive videos, but not today. There is this life-changing book, okay, and I'm going to find it right now, 168 Hours. And you can get it on Amazon. I will drop the link below. I actually listened to this. So I am a firm believer on my 45-minute commute that I should utilize my time appropriately. So I usually call my family on that ride. And then for the last 30 minutes, I have no cell phone service. So I listen to audiobooks, and usually they're personal development. And this book here, you can see it, 168 Hours, You Have More Time Than You Think, was a game changer for me. It was a great book. You can listen to the audiobook, or you can buy the paperback or hardcover or the Kindle edition. I will drop a link to this in the comments box below so that y'all can go check that out and purchase it. It was a game changer for me. I was able to take my schedule and break it down into these blocks to basically say, okay, I'm sleeping these hours, I'm working and commuting these hours, I have my kid time these hours, this is when I'm cooking dinner, this is when I'm giving baths. These are the chunks of time that I can work on my business and not burn myself out. Okay, so that's how I started. I basically broke my schedule down into all these blocks of period, 1 hour blocks. I actually started with half hour blocks for a while, and then filled in where I could work. Okay. So then once I figured out those time blocks that I could put into the business, then I broke it down even further. And so I've created a time management template for y'all. And I'm going to put a link for that in the description. I'm going to post that in the Facebook group. If you're a part of the Facebook group, you can get that full $0. But it really changed the way that I perceive my time. And that is why I'm so efficient and can get everything that I need to get done in 10 hours a week, or maybe 15. But, regardless, a very small chunk of time. I'm not spending 40 hours a week on the business, okay? So one thing that I recommend is looking at those schedule blocks. So you're like, oh, I'm going to work from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night, okay, during the week, Monday through Friday. And then I'm going to have larger chunks of time on the weekend to create designs. And that's kind of like how I broke mine down. So Monday through Friday, I was like, okay, what am I going to do here? So you want to break your tasks down. So you know that you have to have creation, okay? You need to have time for search engine optimization and keyword research. You need to have time for promotion, whether that's on social media, forums, or other things like that if you don't use social media. You need to have time for me, I had to have time for video creation, and you have to have time to actually physically get your listings up, including mock-ups and all those things. So I focus, 2 to 3 hours of my Saturday designing. And I usually do the same thing on Sundays. And then Mondays I use to post my content. And when I say design, I'm creating the mock-ups as well as the actual physical designs. Monday I'll post my listings and do my keyword research then while I'm posting my listings. And then usually I don't do anything on Tuesdays. Wednesdays I will focus on content creation for YouTube. And then Fridays I'll work on promotion and things of that nature. So my schedule's a little bit wonky right now because I'm in the middle of a big move. I finally moved in and finally settled in. But the biggest thing that you need to start with is, what are your major tasks, okay? Once you have your major tasks listed out, then you can chunk those out, okay? And say, all right, I spend this much time doing this much time doing this much time doing this, and then throw them in those schedule blocks, okay? You really want to make sure that you have some sort of schedule and routine that you stick to, because if you don't, you're going to get scatterbrained. So I see squirrel syndrome a lot, or shiny object syndrome too, where people are like, oh my God, look at that cool thing, I'm going to design that, or look at that, I'm going to do that, or I need to start a website, or I need to do this. And then what happens is you get ridiculously overwhelmed, and then you lose your motivation, which is not what we want, right? We don't want to lose our motivation. So I'm just going to go back to this blog post for a minute, create a basic schedule and stick to it. So I stay here. Pen and paper is pretty archaic, I have a big notebook, and actually it's sitting right here next to me, that I keep in the house upstairs usually. And I write down design ideas in this notebook. Okay. So I do that quite a bit. And then I also have a smaller notebook I keep in my purse. So if I have ideas, I'll write them down. I'll screenshot certain things on my phone, and I have a folder in there of design ideas that I like if I see something. But you really want an outline. So here was my basic schedule back in August of 2019, okay? And I worked from 8 to 11. So it was design on Sunday. I posted on Monday. I created my blog posts on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I did YouTube videos and physical products. I created 1 or 2 blog posts on Thursday again. Finished up my digital designs on Friday. And then did more designing on Saturday. So you can break it out and keep it this simple and just be like, okay, today's my day to design, or okay, today's my day to work on social media and keyword research. You really just have to keep it that basic. That's going to keep you on track, especially if you get into a groove, okay? So again, you create a social media posting schedule, kind of the same thing. Now, I'm not working on Instagram, okay? I usually just utilize Facebook and Pinterest. I can tell you straight up, 2020, I did 0 social media promotion for my digital designs. Didn't do it. And I was more successful in 2020 than I was in 2019. So I'm not telling you guys to just throw social media out the window altogether, but I'm telling you it's possible to start a successful business without utilizing social media, okay? And I'm going to be posting a video on why social media isn't the end all be all pretty soon here. So that way people who don't necessarily have social media can feel confident in their abilities to start a thriving business, because yes, it is nice and it will help and it can help you boost sales. It's not the freaking end all be all, okay? Regardless of what people tell you with their 8,000 Pinterest hacks, okay? Getting involved in your niche's community is super important. I still limit my phone time because I hate my phone. It actually drives my boyfriend crazy because sometimes I just won't have it with me. It drives my parents crazy because I never answer the damn thing. You can automate your social media if you're that worried about it. Okay, so Tailwind is a great tool. That's what I utilize to automate my Pinterest. If you want to try a free month of Tailwind, there is a link in the description box below. Go ahead, give it a go for 30 days. If you don't like it, don't use it. I've seen great growth in my Pinterest just using that automation tool, and it definitely helps me. I'm going to go into some more automation tools in some other videos, but for now, you want to automate as much as you can, okay? Because that's going to save you time. So I will sit down for a day, fill up my Tailwind queue for a month, and then just be done with it, okay? And remember, it's okay to take a break, okay? Breaks are so important. I legit have not done anything on the business in the past month, and I know I was like crying to tell you about it the other day because I was like, I feel like I'm letting you guys down. I haven't made any new content, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, dude, you just moved. You have 3 kids. You have a job. Like, we're going to understand and we'll still be here when you get back. I'm like, great. I am also working on a full-blown course for you guys too, which is going to give you everything you need from start to finish. And I'm going to create content specifically for you guys that's really going to help you explode your Etsy. So the second one that I wrote on time management was very similar to the effective time management one, but this was later on from my original schedule. So really, it talks about the basic schedule, focusing on your time slots, automate where you can, and then adjust your schedule where you need to adjust your schedule. Okay. So like, that's the biggest thing is once you set it, it's not like set it and forget it. Like you can adjust your schedule. And so hopefully this time management tool will really help you guys. It's going to break everything down for you based off of like what your major tasks are. Okay. And you can like color code that. And then you can take the colors and throw them in your windows, okay? And then kind of just go from there and check and adjust. So I'm really curious what to know everybody's like biggest struggle is with time management, like what they struggle with and where I can help, because I'm more than happy to help you guys. Definitely go check out that book, 168 Hours, okay? It like legit was a game changer for me. And I really, really think that that's going to help you. Again, that link is in the description box below. You go ahead and click on that. Check that out and purchase it and read it or listen to it or whatever in the world you got to do to get your mind on the right track for time management. And if you guys have any questions for me, you can drop a comment in the comments box below. Head on over to the Facebook group. We're creating a community of like-minded individuals who are looking to grow their business with semi-passive income and digital downloads. And as always, if you got something out of this video, please click on like and subscribe below. That keeps you motivated to continue making these videos so that way you guys can grow your business and change your life. And if you need anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll catch y'all in the next video. See you later.